In this video, we will learn why it's important to define your variables. Whenever you are working with data, it is important to make sure the variable in the data are defined so that it will make working with your data and performing analysis much more straightforward. Different attributes that variables in SPSS have include variables name, type, label, formatting, row, and other attributes. We can define information about our variable by accessing the Variable View tab, which is at the bottom of the Data Editor window, indicated by my cursor. The Variable View tab displays this information in columns about each variable in your data. On the Variable View tab, we have the name. To change a variable's name, double-click on the name of the variable that you wish to rename. Type your new variable name. Next is type. The type of variable includes numeric, string, and so on. To change a variable's type, click inside the cell corresponding to the type column for that variable. A square blue button will appear. Click on it to open the variable type window. Click the option that best matches the type of variable. Then click OK. Also, we have the width. This sets the number of digits displayed for numerical values or the length of a string variable. To set a variable's width, click inside the cell corresponding to the width column for that variable. Then click the up or down arrow icon to increase or decrease the number width. Decimals. This sets the number of digits to display after a decimal point for values of that variable. To specify the number of decimal places for a numeric variable, click inside the cell corresponding to the decimals column for that variable. Then click up or down arrow icon to increase or decrease the number of decimal places. Label. This gives a brief but descriptive definition or display name of the variable when defined. A variable's label will appear in the output in place of its name. For coded categorical variables, the value label that should be associated with each categorical abbreviation. Value labels are useful primarily for categorical, that is nominal or ordinal variables, especially if they have been recorded as codes. Missing. This column merely allows the user to specify up to 3 unique missing value codes for the given variable, or to specify a range of numbers to treat as missing, plus 1 additional unique missing value code. Columns. This simply refers to the width of the actual column in the spreadsheet. To set a variable's column width, click inside the cell corresponding to the columns column for that variable. Then click up or down arrow icon to increase or decrease the column width. Align. The alignment of content in the cells of the SPSS data view spreadsheet. Options include left justified, right justified, or center justified. To set the alignment for a variable, click inside the cell corresponding to the align column for that variable. Then use the drop-down menu to select your preferred alignment, left, right, or center. Measure. The level of measurement for the variable, example nominal, ordinal, or scale. By default, variables with numeric responses are automatically detected as scale variables. If the numeric responses actually represent categories, you must change the specified measurement level to the appropriate setting. To define a variable's measurement level, click inside the cell corresponding to the measure column for that variable. Then, click the drop-down arrow to select the level of measurement for that variable, say ordinal or nominal. It is vital that you correctly define each variable's measurement level. These settings affect everything from graph to internal algorithm for statistical analysis. Incorrectly specifying measurement level can have unintended and potential disastrous effects on your results. Role. The role that a variable will play in your analysis, that is, independent variable, dependent variable, both independent and dependent. Some options in SPSS allows you to pre-select variables for particular analysis based on their defined roles. Any variable that meets the role requirement will be available for use in such analysis. You can choose from the following roles for each variable. Input. The variable will be used as a predictor, that is independent variable. This is the default assignment for variables. Target. The variable will be used as an outcome, that is a dependent variable. Both. The variable will be used as both a predictor and an outcome, that is an independent and dependent variable. None. The variable has no assigned role. Partition. The variable will partition the data into separate samples. Split. Used with the IBM SPSS modeler. To define a variable's role in your analysis, click inside the cell corresponding to the row column for that variable. Then use the drop-down menu to select the role that variable will take. Say input, target, both, none, partition, or split.